Good morning, ESA Summer 21. How are all you lovely people doing on this wonderful day? I'm Ashlex, and I'm going to be your host for the next upcoming runs. I'd like to remind you, we are raising money for Save the Children. Links to donate can be found below the stream, or by typing !donate. We would also like to thank Twitch and ViewSonic for sponsoring the event. Now, let's get some ESA hypes in chat for the best pink-haired feral with a heart of gold. Good luck, Raikou with Tomba. Take it away.
Awesome, thank you so much, Nashlax. Alrighty, so this is Tomba, and we're about to get started here. But first off, just before I start my timer, I put up a Twitter poll of what color my room will be, because I actually have that's controlled by my PC. So the color that was chosen was purple, so we're going to switch my room to purple. And there we go, now I've got the ESA color going. Alright, and we will get started on this right away. So I'll count us down. 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, so Tomba all events. The last time Tomba was seen at ESA was I can't even remember what year it was, but it was a while ago. It was any percent was done then. This is all events. So in any percent, you do about I think it's like 65 events. In all events is 130. So 130 events in like an hour and 25 minutes roughly. There's a lot to talk about, so I'm going to try and rush through this commentary as much as I can, try and cover as much of the run as I can. So first things first, here I'm going to spawn this baby pig, and then I'm going to jump on it, jump into this cutscene, and I will stack this cutscene on this event. Now this event that pops up is meant to like lock me in place. But because I was already in a cutscene, I've saved a bit of time doing that. Saves about 5 or 6 seconds. The beginning of this game involves me making my way to a hut on top of a mountain that has the 100-year-old man in it. I'm meant to save these baby chicks, which you won't normally find out until you're up there and you talk to him, and he's like, go get the baby chicks. So I'm going to get them beforehand, so I'm basically setting up a whole bunch of stuff to progress to the next area as soon as possible. You may also notice straight away that the movement here is not exactly very fast, but that does end up changing in about a minute or two. I'll end up getting an ability called the Animal Dash. The Animal Dash will pretty much double my movement speed and makes the run a lot more faster and just a lot more enjoyable, honestly. So, a couple of things. I'm starting events a lot. Since, as I said, 130 in an hour and 25 minutes there's just so much like text boxes you'll see pop up, so many event notifications and all that kind of stuff. I've just now cleared one, so you'll see that a lot as well. Yeah, there's just a bit of it's just all around. I'll be going all over this like open world area, where I'll just be clearing events left, right, and center. So this guy wants to make sure that I don't go to the next area. So like, there's gatekeepers all over the open world that stop you from going to certain areas until you've cleared other events or learn how to do certain things. In that particular case, I don't know how to swim, so he won't let me go to a flooded area that you'll see a little bit later in the run. So we're going to keep moving on here. He also gave me some bananas. These bananas I give to Charles the monkey. And once I give him the bananas, he teaches me how to dash. And I learned how to dash that easy. So now we're moving a bit faster. These things I'm pushing down here are called pump rocks. You need to hit 24 of them throughout the entire run. The last one being like an hour and 10 minutes in. So if you forget a single one, it's the event isn't cleared, and you end up doing 129 events instead of 130. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And it's very, very easy to like press the pump rock like 75% of the way and then end up not actually activating it. So now we've made it to the 100-year-old man hut. So there are 4 old men in this game. There's 100, 1,000, 10,000, and 1,000,000-year-old men. And they give you keys. These keys open 4 different treasure chests. The one next to him right now is the 100-year-old chest, and 1,000, 10,000, so on and so forth. Each of those do contain compulsory items for any percent, and also side quest items as well that you need. I will not talk for this bit because I'll let him explain what the story of the game is.
Their powers to change this land into an ugly world. For some reason, the evil pigs seem to be collecting gold. I bet your grandpa's bracelet that was stolen by the Coma pigs was made out of gold too. The 7 evil pigs are hiding somewhere in this world. If you find them, I'm sure you'll be able to find your bracelet as well. Just remember, be very careful.
Alright, so for those who didn't catch that, 7 evil pigs, they've corrupted the land. You're meant to seal them in evil pig bags. Or, sorry, magic pig bags. And that's meant to seal their energy away, and then the worlds go back to normal that they corrupted. So, of course, while doing that, I'm going to go through a whole bunch of side quests along the way and help a bunch of the NPCs. This is Yarn. He was the guy that was a silhouette in the little hut area. You find him 7 times and you play a game of hide and go seek with him. Just things you do while the world's in danger. Okay, bad bird RNG. Well, I mean, that was actually my fault technically, but the bird could have just sat down and not moved and it would have been fine. Alright, so we're out of the Village of All Beginnings. Now, this is the first real RNG heavy point of the run. After I've learned the dwarf language, see, they're just speaking gibberish to me at the moment. I grab their head and then I start learning the dwarf language, because that's how you learn languages, by people's heads. And now that I've learned 2 levels of it, I'm going to sit in this corner, I'm going to basically hug the corner, and I'm going to spawn these butterflies. These butterflies are compulsory or necessary for one of the events. I'm going to spawn 25 of them, so I'm going to try and keep count here of how many I've got. So if you want to read some donations while I'm doing this, that'd be a good time.
Alright, I do have a donation from the only kid for $45 that says, "Here's $3 for each of the 15 bonks we saw in Spyro. Fantastic run, and it was a pleasure to watch it. Can't wait to see what else this week has to offer. Good luck, Raikou. Also, I want to see some Scooby-Doo cosplay." And that donation indeed went towards the Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights All Monster Tokens incentive for the Scooby-Doo cosplay. Thank you so much for that donation. And let me talk a little bit about some prizes here, because I haven't done that today yet. We have some amazing prizes here at ESA 21 as well for you to get. There's a Bomberman Pearly Bead for a $10 minimum bid donation as well, and we have a Bomberman run coming up soon. So if you donate $10, you can get yourself in for that specific prize.
Alright, 5 more left. Alright, cool. We got them all. So that, by my usual average on that, is about 10 seconds slower than what I would expect normally, but that's alright. For a marathon, we take it. But yeah, it can be very detrimental to the run. You really want that to go faster than that. Especially this early on, you want to obviously maximize your time save as you do in speedrunning. So now that I've jumped on the heads of all the dwarves, I now know how to speak fluent dwarf. So there we go. See, clearly know what that guy said 100%, very easily. And now we're making the first use of the warping item in this game called the Charity Wing. Use the Charity Wing to get around to locations you've already visited. It makes quick travel around this game a lot easier and speeds up the run quite a bit. So you maximize the amount you get as much as you possibly can without detouring too much. Also going to go for a... Okay, missed it. Alright. Lost my input there. Don't know why when I was sliding I couldn't jump, but that's alright. So I was trying to do an animation skip there. You can stop the game from locking you in place while the dwarf's being saved. Also, by the way, I'm saving dwarves at the moment because they've been captured in the spores that the evil pigs have created with their corruption. That's what the spores in the ceiling are. So I'm saving them from their like little prisons. But they all have an animation every time you save them. Like this one, for example, I'm stuck in place and he does his little dance and goes off screen. Each of them have that. So there's some you can skip by doing certain actions. The one I was trying to skip before that I missed, if you have your camera in a certain vertical position, it actually deloads the... I like to say, I think it deloads the dwarf and makes it so you save him, but he just disappears and doesn't do a dance. So you regain control straight away. Saves about, I want to say about 6 or 7 seconds. These ones also have an animation, but if you jump off screen like that, no worries. They just are off screen and don't do their dance before they start. So this dog that this puppy I've saved is Baron. Baron is an item that you'll eventually get that is an infinite charity wing. You can use it to warp anywhere without wasting it. So I've pretty much started a quest line where you will heal the injured puppy and it will grow into a full dog, and then you'll have the dog as your warping item. But you get Baron for free without doing anything at the end of the game once you've done all the 7 pigs and get down to the final pig. The game just gives him to you, I mean. Alright, got that one. So that's another animation skip there you can do. You just touch the dwarf and then run off screen as quick as possible. Harder to do in any percent because you don't have the jumping pants at this point, and the jumping pants make you faster and make you jump higher, as the name implies. So with that, you want to... Okay, bad jumps. Good, we got it. That's all good. So yeah, you want to touch the dwarf, run off screen as quick as possible, deload it, get the animation skip. So pretty difficult to do in any percent, not quite as hard in all events. So that event there, look and see, you use a telescope to like look over into the distance and you see where the final boss is held. So that's the island that the main evil pig resides. So yeah, as I said, like just doing all this like side quest stuff while I'm progressing through these areas. Oh, actually, a really good point for donations just coming up here. Just explain what's going on before it starts. So I've saved all the dwarves and they're going to each individually thank me for saving them, which takes a lot of time and is very, very boring. And I would honestly pay money to have this skipped. So yeah, right now would be a good point of donation. You got any?
I sure do. I have a $10 donation from Noops that says, "Yo, it's Tomba time. Good luck. Raikou, remember to get clean." And that is also going towards the Scooby-Doo cosplay as well. And in between, I have an important question for you as a runner. Can we pet Baron?
No. Oh, actually, the ending cutscene has you petting him, which is like an anime. It's like all like most of the cutscenes. If you've, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but they're anime. So, anime wins again. But yeah, Tomba pats Baron in the ending cutscene, so that'll happen.
Very, very good. In the meantime, I'm going to spend some time here and talk a little bit about our donation incentives as well, because we have some important bid wars coming up regarding the upcoming Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green run. First off, if you want a good trainer name, in the lead right now is Big John, but the runner-up to that name is also very good, and it's John Big. So if you want to get John Big instead of Big John, you can put your donations towards that specific bid war as well. And same goes for the Mewtwo nickname that's coming up. There's a bit war going on right now between John Cena and Pidgey. Two very distinct names for Mewtwo. And there's the Squirtle nickname. And a little bit about the Squirtle nickname, it's going to be closed right before the end of the Bomberman run. So if you want to get your donations in and snipe that Squirtle nickname, you got to do it before the Pokemon run actually starts. So keep coming with those donations, everyone. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Alright, so I've just spoken to the Dwarf Elder before, and the Dwarf Elder gave me my first key item, or like really important item for the game. He gave me a pig bag. So the pig bag is what I'm going to be using to seal the evil pigs. That's like how the bosses work in this game. You enter a small arena, and then you grab the pig and you throw it into a bag, and then it seals it. So I've got my first one, and you get like obviously 7 over the course of the run. They're all in various locations, as well as the boss arena doors. They're also in various locations throughout the run. So what I'm doing now is a small little side quest where a prisoner has now broken out, and I've kind of aided his escape unintentionally. So I'm actually going to quickly do this other little side story thing that's happening at the same time, where some of the villagers have broken a vase and they're fighting about it at the entrance for the village. So just kind of having a little tough over here. So we're going to break them up and show them the broken vase, and they apologize and they're out of there. Yeah, on your bike. So there's this little tunnel hole. This is where the guy was going to escape from. I blocked it up, and now he's stuck. So now he's back in the prison. So now his escape has been screwed over. So he's stuck in the prison, and we'll deal with him later. It's a very strange thing because they're still looking for him as if he escaped, but he's actually stuck underground. So he'll be going back to the prison for the next time we go there. So now we're almost done with the Dwarf Forest. I've got to collect some water drops here. These water drops are RNG. But I need 3 of them to fill up this bucket of water, and I'm going to use it to put out a fire later on so I get another side quest item. Okay, that's unfortunate, but fortunately this one doesn't take too long to drop again. Okay, that did take quite a while. Uh-oh, that's bad. Oh yeah, that's terrible. That is some terrible drops, but that's alright. So now we got a full bucket of water for use later. And I'm going to now progress out of the Dwarf Forest by just navigating through the upper section and making our way to the next section of the game, which is the Mushroom Forest. So, first things first here is there are 2 mushrooms that give effects to Tomba here. A laughing mushroom and a crying mushroom. When you have the laughing mushroom or crying mushroom effect, your weapon button, so circle, becomes a laughing or crying button. So the effect is kind of bad to have, but I actually need to carry the laughing effect for a few minutes because I needed to open a door later on. Those monsters are just a side quest, just smack them into each other, simple as. And there's this guy here, who's currently in my way and won't let me progress, because he wants me to teach him how to act. So I give him, I take one of the mushrooms, just laugh in his face, and he's like, oh, that's how you do it, okay, cool. And he wants me to now show him how to cry, so I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go crying mushroom. But I also need to get this healing mushroom as well for a bit later on, where I will use it to clear the laughing effect that I'll have when I leave. So now I'm showing him how to cry, and he's so stoked. He's gonna make his way out of here and finally let me past. But I'm gonna go back quickly because I need to go get the laughing effect. So one fun fact about this area that people might not know. Whenever the flowers are laughing, that is the same voice sample as Flowey from Undertale. Just a small little thing to keep in mind. Alright, so big skip coming up here. I'm going to interact with this sign here, and I'm going to buffer forward. Ah, I missed it, damn. Alright, that's actually the most unfortunate thing, because that was a long buffer and I failed it. So that's actually a 1 frame input on that. I have to interact with the save sign at the moment I start the cutscene. So if I do that correctly, I actually regain control of Tomba, and I'm able to move while the cutscene or the conversation is happening. It saves about 10 seconds, I think, something like that. Very much worth it if you don't buffer for ages like I did just then. I should probably also talk about the area I'm in. I'm in Phoenix Mountain. Phoenix Mountain is another area corrupted by the evil pigs. It's got a like strong stormy wind that is pushing me to the right side always. I have to seal the red pig to be able to cure the land, and then it will stop being. It'll be a slightly windy mountain instead. And we're about to head out of here. We'll be back here a bit later on. But basically, that's one of the Buckers villages. It's the next area I'm heading to. They've been corrupted by the evil pigs and turned from humans into mice. So they're little mice under those hats. And what he was just telling me was, hey, look, that the Phoenix doesn't seem too good. It's going to not probably take you all the way to where you want to be. And yeah, it dropped me in the village. So I've got some side quests or some like compulsory side quest stuff here to do. They want me to just like do a couple of chores around the village for them instead of, you know, trying to capture the pig that turned them the way they are. And I've got like a couple of actual side quest stuff here as well that I need to start. This guy, those guys in particular, gave me weed killer, which is like an item that allows me to clear out some poisonous fruit in the mushroom forest a little later on. It's actually part of what I consider the hardest section in the game, which will be probably about 50 minutes into the run or something like that. Coming up is my favorite area in the entire game, the Haunted Mansion. This is like the first visit of it, but you come back here like just not that long after being here the first time. You're just doing this as a part of like the Bacchus Village stuff. But you get to clear some of the eggs that you need to break when I come here the second time. These eggs are magic eggs. They cause a firewall to appear in front of the 1,000-year-old man that lives in Haunted Mansion. And yeah, breaking the eggs clears the firewall. So I've got to find all the eggs around the place. But I'm stuck on a set path at the moment up until I clear the Bacchus Village quest, because the villager on my back will not let me go anywhere else but the way I'm supposed to. So do as much as I can while I'm walking through, but other than that, we just follow his instructions. So what I was doing for them there was I was turning on or fixing the pump for the lake because they want wine. So that's all it is. They're just making alcohol. So good for them, I guess. Just wanted to help them out with that instead of saving the world. Just priorities. So we're moving back to Bacchus Village now, and that village is having kind of a rough time on my back, being flung around all over the place, but he seems fine. So we're going to turn in this quest up here, and then we're going to enter Haunted Mansion with no restrictions. We'll be able to go wherever we want there. So I'll quickly explain a little bit about what I'm going to do in Haunted Mansion when I go for this visit. By the way, talking to this guy spawns a chest that has a pig bag in it. So I've got to do that every time. So I'm going to crack all the eggs. I'm going to also enter a bunch of rooms in this place to get part of a massive key. You get a big key and you get a really small key that you can't see. So talk to this guy, I saved him, and he's gonna drop a key on the ground. You cannot see it, it's not there, but I walk over and I've got a small key. So I'm gonna go around this entire area and I'm gonna constantly do that. So now would be a good time for donations as well, if you got any.
let me actually go into and talk a little bit about why we're all here. We are here to support Save the Children, the first global organization devoted solely to serving children's needs and securing their rights. They're often the first or only child-focused organization working on the hardest to reach places, where it's toughest to be a child. As a result, Save the Children's teams have been proactive in preparedness for pandemic threats. They work with youth, their families, and their communities to ensure that young people's health needs are met. And you can help give children a future by donating during this event. And there's a few examples I want to give out here to show how important a single dollar can be. So $1 can provide a child with treatment against diarrhea, one of the top killers of children under the age of 5 globally, or help up to 4 children against pneumonia, the single largest cause of death in children worldwide. So there you have it, everyone. A single dollar can make that much of a difference. So it doesn't matter how big or small your donation is, it can help a lot and go a long way towards helping out Save the Children. So if you have any donations, if you have some spare dollars lying around and you want to help out, please donate. Back to you, Raikou.
Thank you. So yeah, we've just been running around breaking the egg, collecting the keys. I also attempted something that I forgot to mention a bit. It's like a very small time save, say like 2 or 3 seconds, not much at all. I tried to clip under the bird that was sitting on an egg. Unfortunately, I didn't get the right jump height. You can actually like touch the side of the egg, and it will like warp, like zip you to the top of the egg while the bird's sitting on it, and it will like stun the bird so that it doesn't cause damage to you, and you can break the egg without taking any damage. Unfortunately, I was too high on it and I landed on the bird. It's like very, very precise, so very hard trick to get, but it looks cool if you can pull it off anyway. So I've just broken the last egg. That room that I went into with all the pigs and the egg, that egg is normally protected until you break every other egg. So you can't touch it until you've done, that has to be the last one. So now that I've broken that, all the eggs are done, and if I go into this room here, there is a 1,000-year-old man. Now, there is an invisible wall there as well. That's where the fire used to be, the firewall. So you can't actually get really close to him. But if you just press square, you'll interact with him from a distance anyway. So it's no big deal. Okay, excellent. So now we're gonna go to Lava Caves, where we went there for a quick visit to when we're going to Phoenix Mountain and getting on the Phoenix. Oh, whoops. Okay, so now we got the 1,000-year-old key. We can open the blue chest. The blue chest has a green pig bag in it. So now we have the pig bag for the pig that we're going to fight to clear up the lava or the flame wall that's blocking us from progressing in that area, which is coming up real soon. I'm going to grab this, I'm going to equip the grapple, and then I'm going to enter this room, which is going to clear another quest. I'm going to run back through Bucket's Village. Now, this is like another one-frame trick in the game. Saves about 8 seconds if I can pull it off. I'll explain a bit more once I get it. Sweet, got it. Alright. So, when you collect the pig bag, if you noticed that when I collected the green one, there was an event that said clear and another one that started. If you press or open your inventory 1 frame before collecting the pig bag and fly away, the game advances 1 frame extra after you close your inventory, and you'll collect the item and fly away at the same time. You do it any earlier and you'll leave the pig bag behind, and it actually is really, really bad. So that's a neat little trick to pull off. There's like 2 more I have to do in the run. The second one being probably the hardest of the lot. So hopefully I can get those, because those are neat to pull off. So I'm going to wait for the bag to come across, and then I'm going to chuck him in. So that's the first pig fight. You just put into a small arena that's based on the element of the pig. You grab the pig, chuck it in the bag, and you're out of there. That's the boss fight. So what's going to happen now is I'll show you a small cutscene of whatever area the pig corrupted getting cleared. In this case, some rain clouds happen and it puts out the flames. Now, arguably, I don't think it makes this state. I don't think it makes that section any better. Sure, you don't burn, but you also have a bottomless pit. So the whole thing is just a couple of small platforms over a massive bottomless pit. Another really difficult section in the run, which hopefully I can show off being very, very clean. But we'll see when I get there, which is coming up. It's the next section I go to after doing the rest of this area. Got a couple of small things I have to do. Specifically putting the large key parts into this painting up top here. And then once I've done that, it gives me the big key, but it leaves it in the thing. So I have the big key, but it's still there. Guess we'll just won't worry about it and we'll just take what we get. I'm going to jump into this, and there's the big key door. So the first use of the big key. Now this room is quite difficult to do correctly. You have to grapple upwards and... Okay, I didn't do it right, but that's okay. We can just do this, and it's a nice little backup. There, you can grapple the ceiling. If you do it right, you just swing all the way to the top, and it's really clean looking. Arguably one of the best things about this game is doing things really well. It just feels so nice to pull things off. Also, nice no jump, I guess. Alright, we're out of here. That was a mess. Alright, now we're going to fly back to lava caves. And now the world, like the area will be different because it's been cleared of the corruption. So, you see there's no more flames anymore. First things first, before I start progressing through there, I'm going to collect a few things here. First things here, I'm going to get charity wings from this chest. As I said, like, as long as they're not massive detours, I'll usually get most charity wings. Even eventually when I get Baron, I'll still try and get charity wings because charity wings are faster to use than Baron because Baron has like an animation of him picking you up and sending you on your way. Whereas the charity wings just lift you up into the air and you're out of there. So another pig bag we got from another big key door. So yeah, as you can see there was the event clearing and then the event for the area starting up. And that just takes quite a bit of time. Can't skip that one, there's no way to do it. But the rest of it, there's like 2 others that you can. So another pig fight here. This one's the one for the haunted mansion, makes it not haunted anymore if you steal the pig. Okay, good RNG. In the bag, and we're out. So yeah, get another cutscene after this, and we've cleared the Haunted Mansion quest. And we'll see the haunted area go back to normal, which doesn't look as appealing if you ask me. I like it better when it's haunted. Okay, second most difficult section of the run in my opinion. I've got to navigate through this massive bottomless pit. We're gonna grapple our way up here. Gonna land on this pump rock. Do this and that, and we're going to the hidden village. This is where Yarn lives, which you've only interacted with once so far. As I said, like earlier, 7 times you see Yarn, you play hide and seek with him. But his dad gives you a lunchbox to give to him. You can actually eat that lunchbox and it can lock you out of all events. So I definitely don't want to do that. I've got pretty decent inventory management to avoid that, but it's always, you know, still kind of scary. So this is a troubled thief. He's lost an item, found it for him. So he's really happy. I'm going to go over here for a second. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to go back and check on him. Oh, okay, he lost his item again. So he instantly loses the item you just gave him. He's a bit clumsy, but that's alright. Okay, cool, got that. That's really difficult to do. That is easily the hardest part to do in this game. Whoops, okay. I have to slow down my momentum by switching left, then back to right, and I have to diagonally grapple onto the rock while also grabbing the bung flower. It's much faster than doing the... you can take a bottom route where you jump over the like pumpkin-looking platforms. But yeah, much faster to do the grapple stuff, but it also is RNG dependent on how much time it saves, because the end will have... If a pig or like a bat that you can jump on spawns at the top, you can carry it across the gap. Otherwise, you just fall and you have to make your way up like I did. So bad RNG, but still very cool to pull it off regardless. So now we're heading to our next section, which is Masakari Jungle. The jungle is one of the most RNG-filled sections of the run. And this is, keep in mind, this is saying this after the 25 butterflies was a thing. For this section, I have to get another 4 butterflies. But the 4 butterflies that I have to get here do not have a method of like quick spawning them like you do in with the 25. You can do this, but it doesn't really speed up the spawn rate of them that much. So, I mean, right now I need to get 4 and I haven't even seen a single one yet, so that's not, you know, not great. You can do things like this and it, like, you know, I believe something to do with changing Tomba's animation is like increasing the spawn rate, or like, you know, changing the RNG faster, which is, you know, giving you more chances for it to spawn. But honestly, it's nothing drastic. Nothing like the 25 butterflies, because getting 25 butterflies is a lot slower if you don't do the method I did earlier in the run. So I'm just gonna keep running against this corner, smack it with the grapple a couple times, do a couple jumps here and there. Still need 2 more, I believe. I think I need 2 more. And as you can see, oh, there's another one. Just need 1 more. And there we go, cool. That was slow, but you know, marathon luck. Can't really complain. So we found our old mate Charles again, and Charles is like, I want a drink, but I want him to teach me how to swim. So he will do that if I provide him a refreshing drink. So I found bananas along the way of traveling to him. Now, he didn't want those bananas. He's not happy with those. I'm sick of bananas. So what I have to do is find a way to turn that banana into banana juice. And I don't think there's a blender nearby. So I'm going to have to find another way. So I'm going to take the bananas to this clock tower here. By the way, this is like probably the slowest section in the run, so once I actually get into like the main cutscene part, that's another good part for donation, so I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I'm here now. I'm going to use the bananas, and our mate here is just going to squeeze them with his bare hands. So now we got banana juice. That easy. He just punches them, and that's good. What an absolute machine. So we're going to leave this area quickly. We'll be coming back here and visiting all sections of what is this place called the Village of Civilization. It's a very like factory looking area, but it's kind of nice. Gonna grapple swing across here. We're just making our way back to Charles again. You also don't want to jump in those cages. They're actually insta-kills. You get trapped in the jungle men just dance around and pick on you, but you get a game over. Or not a game over, you get like you lose a life. So now that I gave Charles banana juice, I now know how to swim. So we can now lightly swim across the top of water. We cannot dive though, so that's important to note. Jump up this ladder. So I'm visiting this area as like a warp location. So now that I've got it, I'm going to fly back to Village of Civilization. And in this section, I'm going to talk to 3 different NPCs, and they're going to tell me about opening the factory door. So if you got any more donations, now's a good time.
Oh, sure I do. I think people have listened and are actually bringing up the Pokemon donations on. I got a $5 donation from Aladan that's going towards naming Mewtwo John Cena. Thank you so much for that donation. I've also got an anonymous $100 donation.
Very nice.
That's going towards naming the Squirtle Edobea. Not Edobean, Edobea. Thank you so much for that amazing donation, Anonymous. Thank you. And I've got another one from Dracodan for $8 that says, had to donate during Tomba for my good friend Raikou. Love seeing your runs and awesome personality. Keep it up, bud.
Thanks, Draco.
Thank you so much for that donation as well. Back to you.
Thank you. Alright, so yeah, just running through this, just talking to NPCs. They're pretty much just telling me the story of how this rusty door doesn't open, and I'm going to have to blow it up with a bomb. So, I need to find a bomb. There's got to be one somewhere, right? Especially, you know what? I think there's one in the palm trees. Like, they're like coconut bombs. So we'll go on from there. Because that's just a thing that happens in real life. So, going to talk to this guy. This guy's over, I tell him I need a bomb. And then the other guy's going to be like, hey, yeah, there's a bomb in a palm tree. You just grab it from there and then you're good. So, now that we've learned that, we're going to head back here. And where is this palm tree? It's literally just right here. So it's just a palm tree right here. It's just in there. There you go. Bomb acquired. And also right next to it, pig fight. So we're going to do another one. This is the Bacchus Village pig. So normally I'd do my fast text mashing on that, but I take it pretty slow because I want the pig bag to be in a certain spot. So I can just do that. If I text mash too fast, the pig bag is at the top of the screen and it just doesn't line up properly. So to just kind of keep consistency here, I take it a bit slower than normal. But now the Bacchus Village and all the villagers are going to turn back from mice to actual people. And there they are. So we will be visiting Bacchus Village again at some point to go clear a few quests, probably about in another 20 minutes or so. Also, our good friend Jan is here. Give him his lunchbox and he gives me some cheese. He could have just ate the cheese, but I will take the cheese. The cheese is actually useful for an event, by the way, just in case. Every item I get is pretty much useful for an event. You need 10 pieces of cheese to get a golden item. Specifically, I think it's a golden bowl, maybe? Anyway, you get one of the 5 golden items, and you need all 5 to clear another event and get another item that's just... It's purely just to clear the event. The item is of no use that late into the run that I get it anyway. And the effect that the item that you get, which is called a psychic fish, you get that from eating a mushroom later on anyway. So, which I will talk a bit more about when I get there in about probably 15 minutes. But it's a really, really cool effect that you get from the mushroom. It makes your movement a bit faster as well. So they're talking to me about the 10,000-year-old man. And I now have the key to the old pond. So the old pond is the area that I couldn't swim at the very beginning of the run. So we're going to revisit there very shortly. First off, I've got to go back to the farm-looking place. Because there's a guy that has a go-kart that he can't figure out how to get working. The go-kart will be used in a mini-game later on that's... I need to get a gold, silver, and bronze medal for, so I have to do this course 3 times to get those times. So yeah, this is the little go-kart here. He puts his fuel into it and it just deflates. And he's like, okay, I need to get a fuel bar. So to do that, I need to actually provide the guy with some wine from the Bacchus Village later on. I give it to him, and then he gets a fuel bar and gives me one as well. So now we're going back to Old Pond. Now that we know how to swim, we're allowed entry. The old mate isn't blocking us anymore. But we don't know how to swim properly. Like, right, see, I can only go over the top of the water at the moment. But this whole area is submerged in water. This area is called Trick Village. And this area has been flooded by the Evil Pig. I wasn't supposed to get hit by that yet. You get hit by that later. That's damage boost strat, but I did jump too early. So this is the 10,000-year-old man. I've only got one more to meet after this one. And he just tells me about, oh, well, I'll help you if you go for a swim and find my math beads under the water. So it's like, okay, I don't know how to swim, so I can't really help you with that just yet. So I'm going to grab this seashell necklace. And I'm going to travel to the now not haunted mansion. I'm going to give this seashell necklace to a mermaid that's in one of the rooms here. And the mermaid's going to teach me how to dive. Why she's in this room, I don't particularly know. She's just kind of here, but I'm gonna jump in the water, and she's like, yeah, just press down on your D-pad, press square a couple times, and there you go. Now you know how to dive. World's quickest swimming lessons. Alright, so we also got the Mighty Fish food as well. That was another item I just collected. So I'm going to use that in this section. The Mighty Fish food spawns Butamushi, I think Butamishi or something it's called. It's like a certain fish that if you grab it, it gives you max experience in one of the elements. So in this particular case, I believe it's max fire. Yeah, fire experience max. So when you do that, with max experience, you can collect the Jewel of Fire later on, which is like there's 3 jewels that you can collect around the place. Those are, they give you like a special ability if you have them equipped. They're like a weapon. And they use like their own like little mana pool as well. They're not used much. They're just you purely get them for the event to clear. But you need the max experience to do it. So you get 3 of those fish later on, or yet another 2 later on. So right now I'm just swimming around. I've got a set route for this where I collect all the math beads. Also, these fish are RNG, so you really don't want to interact with them. As much as I love fishing, I just, want to avoid them as best as possible. They're kind of annoying in that regard. If I had a fishing rod, I'd be all the more so excited to hang out with them. Alright, that was pretty clean actually. There was not really much in terms of error there, which is good. So 10 math beads. And he's just given me Thief's Wire. Now there's a section that's underground that I'll go to later. That has a bunch of doors that can't be opened without the Thief's Wire. So, everything in this run's kind of done in a set way that, you can progress a bunch. Okay, cool, got it. Nice. So, I wanted to just get that first before I said anything. But, yeah, that's another pig bag skip. That's the second one. That's the hardest one because it's underwater and you have to hold down while you're, positioning yourself. If it also, I should explain as well, I'm looking for a specific frame of reference for where the pig bag is currently sitting on Tomba's sprite. In that particular case, I was looking for the pig bag to be covering his wrist. So with that frame of reference, I was able to tell that I got it, and then just open my inventory, fly away, and I collect the pig bag. So that's 2 out of 4 one-frame tricks, so not too bad. Alright, so we're going to use the feast wire to open this door. Now the feast wire is broken, so I can't use it anymore. Fortunately, our friend in here is just going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I know a guy who has unbreakable wire, so go see him. Also, Blue Fortune Teller, just talk to him and get a quest clear. Don't know much about that otherwise. Then we're going to go back to South Mansion. So in another one of the rooms is his mate that has an unbreakable wire. I'm going to have a big argument with him, and he's going to reluctantly give it to me. So it wasn't really much of an argument. I didn't do any talking, but he's just like, find his keepers, and he's like, oh, actually, no, you can have it. I said nothing on my part, so he seems absolutely okay with giving that to me, so no worries. So I'm just running around collecting a bunch of compulsory items. I'm about to meet the 1 million-year-old man who lives underground. And I'm about to also get another pig fight. So what this wise man doesn't realize is there is an evil pig in his house. So like, he just kind of doesn't realize, like, it's just a baddie right there. Right under the nose, right? So yeah, just another pig fight coming up, so this will be another good time for some donation if you got any.
I do have a donation, because the fish are actually thanking you as well for leaving them alone. There's $25 here that says, thank you. No, fishies. Thank you. Thank you so much for that donation, and that is going towards the Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy any % incentive.
I love fish. Just love fishing so much. Alright, easy pig fight, by the way. Oh, that's actually, I should probably mention that as well. That was good RNG. That was really good RNG. Getting the pig in from the left side is something that I've only just started doing within the last month or so. Before that, you just wait for the right side always, but that's just so much faster to do. You get to save half a cycle. So, very, very nice that I got that. So, I've got a couple more things I need to do here. I'll just open a 1 million-year-old chest here. That just gives you a bunch of adventure points. I wouldn't worry too much about what adventure points are. I think they're adventure points. I'm pretty sure that's the abbreviation. But yeah, they just open chests later on. That's about it. So don't worry too much about it. I just know that I get enough to finish the run. So now we're done with the underground maze. And we're heading back to Old Tree Hill. So as I said, I warped to this location to get the warp zone for it. And I'm going to go into this water here, and I'm going to use the Mighty Fish Food and get my water experience to maximum. So I've got to do that one more time. So I'm going to push down these, get another AP gem. So I can just make sure I have enough for the run. Oh, 3 for 3. Beautiful. That's what you love to see. So, yeah, I hit all 1-frame pig bag skips. That's pretty good. That makes up for missing the mouse skip in Phoenix Mountain earlier on. So, can't complain about that. Whoops. So, the bucket of water finally has a use here. So, we're going to use this, put out the flame, and this happens to be a baked yam there. That's the only reason you go here, just get that and move on. Now we go back to Dwarf Village. So we are now going to provide healing herbs for Baron, which is part of the quest to cure him. And also need to give him some delicious knowledge fruit, which I also collected from Old Tree Hill. And now I'm going to have this long-winded conversation where I'm going to say nothing as always. I'm just going to listen a bunch and get through it as fast as possible. Then we're going to open this chest to the right, and we're going to fly to our next location, which will be Mushroom Forest again. Alright. So, the purple monsters that I like, jelly monsters I threw into each other before, they're back and they're green now. So I gotta throw them again. And this time, they actually drop something of importance. They drop a jar. Oh, the previous purple... I should mention this as well. Oh, whoops. Okay, whoops. That's alright. There we go. Eventually we got there. So the purple ones did drop something as well, and if anyone remembers, I didn't pick it up. That item always spawns here anyway, so there's no reason to pick it up then. You just get it on the way through here. Grab this, because I need a sad crying effect. So I pushed more pump rocks along the way and got also an ordinary mushroom. So safe mushroom, which is called ordinary mushroom in the inventory, allows you to clear your laughing or crying effect without wasting it. So it's an infinite item, unlimited use item. So very good to have. Used a few times to clear out the sad effect at least. And also when I make mistakes, it's good to fix that too. So we're heading to our next pig fight, the navy blue pig. The navy blue pig actually clears the jungle. So I'm hoping get good RNG here. That's bad. Okay, I got really bad RNG. Oh, that's really bad. Okay. Oh, damn it. Okay. I was really hoping I could turn around there before I landed and then throw it in, but that's alright. That'll do. that was bad luck, but no problem. Unless I'm going for like PB attempts, it's like it doesn't matter too much to lose a bunch of time or lose a small amount of time to bad RNG on pigs. So now the jungle's back to normal, but those one-hit kill piranha plants are still there. They're not going anywhere. So I believe at this point we've got 2 more pig fights to do. The next one being arguably the most annoying. The Stormy Evil Pig. He has terrible spawn locations. His arena has a lot of spikes and annoying stuff. It's just terrible to do. So hopefully he just spawns in the middle and I can just chuck him in the bag and be out of there real quick. Push more pump rocks here. So yeah, we're back at the start of the game again. But we're not here for long. We're out of here already. We do come back here though. There's more things to do here later on, like near the end of the run actually. So we're going to go this way, and now there's a big door up here. One thing to note, below where I was, just like under that, there's like some charity wings, and if you walk there, the event starts. I'm going to go back there when I'm able to clear the event, because once I clear the event, I get the event to start at the same time, because you get the item for it. You can get the item for it before you start the event. So I just kind of lap them over each other, so it saves a bit of time doing it later. But yeah, there's 2 charity wings sitting there, and once you run in there, you're locked in place with an event starting. So a bit annoying to deal with that. So now, Stormy Mountain is a slight wind, you know, it's just a bit chill now. That's calmed down a lot. Alright, this is probably the most tricky section to do optimally. I'm about to go through this doorway here after collecting this crystal orb here. I'm going to enter this. I'm going to go down a slide. This slide I don't have to do anything with, it's just automated. But when I come out, the section I have to do is Mushroom Forest again. But I have to do a bunch of events here and also clear out the poisonous fruit I was talking about a bit earlier. So we will go up here, grab this. This is the fruit, just crush it. Then sit here, use the blue powder which is going to turn this red flower into blue. I'm going to do a setup here as well. Okay. Excellent. So, when I grab that mushroom and I eat it, something's supposed to happen, but it isn't until I jump and land. When I jump and land though, an event clears and I'm stuck in place. So while I'm stuck in place, I tried to position myself in such a way that the tears from that flower dropped into the jar on my back. And when it did that, it overlapped, so that both events that would lock me in place happened at the same time. Whoops. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, hang on. That's not cool. Okay. All right. Well, we've lost we lost the effect of the mushroom. So if you die, you lose the effect. It's unfortunate, but that's what happens. I do have a way to get slightly faster, but not as fast. That's really unfortunate. Those flowers really messed me up. I had no idea what they were doing. So, yeah, the effect that I had before from the mushroom, I should probably explain a bit more about that as well. It's called Taboo Tomba. It is kind of like... Tomba's just on some drugs, straight up. So he's having a moment and kind of wilding out. And it makes you faster, it limits your jump, but it makes you move faster, and you're always running as well, so you don't have to hold square to run anymore. But yeah, it's a good effect to have. It makes it run a bit faster, but very, very shortly, even though I've died and lost it, I get an item that I can equip, and that gives me the fastest pants in the game and a really good jump height. So I'll just activate that and it'll be completely fine. Also, pig fight underwater can be a bit annoying. Spawn locations for that can be bad, but that was really good RNG, so good fight. Just going to go through some conversation here, talk about the final pig, because I've done all the 7 pigs. Now there's an 8th evil one, the leader of the pigs. And just going to go for a conversation about that. So, if you got any more donations...
Oh, sure I do. I have a question for chat here. Do you like Trackmania? Because I like Trackmania. And Anonymous really likes Trackmania because we just got a donation for $200 that says, wow. Keep up the great work, everyone. And that donation actually was split among multiple incentives. First one is the Trackmania TUTD Flip the Controller incentive, and the next one was for Trackmania 2. Canyon all flags, full-time speed. Thank you so much for that donation, Anonymous. That's amazing. And I got another one from Smoked Ham. Someone's watching Tomba here for $50 that says, Money time. Missed first runs because of board games, but let me compensate for that. Thank you so much for that donation as well. And that one is going towards the Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights cosplay incentive. And that one is already at $759 out of 1,000. So we're actually pretty close to hit that incentive as well. Thanks so much everyone for the donations. Keep them coming. And back to you.
Excellent. Yeah, $200 for Trackmania. Very much worth it. That's very good. Alright, so yeah, like with this, I just opened the Crying Door. So Crying Door and Laughing Door are both events that you have to clear. So the Laughing Door I did when I did the first pig fight, and that one you just do there to get some cheese, and that's about it. Also, we're about to see our clumsy friend here who keeps losing his item. And I'm going to give it back to him, and he's like, oh wow. How could I have possibly left it behind after you just gave it to me and then I walked away? And my reward is more cheese. Honestly, not enough cheese in my life, so I'm all for it. Also, first elemental jewel. Finally got that after getting the fish and max experience. So we now have that. I'm going to use it one time, and then I'm never going to use another one of them. So very soon I'll be doing that. There's a section in this area where you must burn down like a wall of hay. So you use the Jewel of Fire, jump into it while you're like lit up, and it burns it and you can get through. Another thing as well. So the strange small room, or like the room I was in for talking about the final boss and why he's there and all that kind of stuff. You would notice that maybe like I didn't go into the final boss. The door is locked because the statues flew away. Those statues were sitting on podiums that were going to open the door. I still don't know 100% why they actually regained control of themselves from statue form and flew away, but they did it anyway. And what I need to do now is find 7 people to fill the spots. So I've made a lot of friends in this game. So I'm just going to go around to each individual area, talk to someone, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, I'll help you out, no worries. So as I was mentioning, I talk about so many things like a while back and then come back to it later on. But this particular section, you run onto that platform and you grab the charity wings and an event's supposed to start. But if you have the item already, you can use it before the event comes up and the cutscene can play out at the same time as starting the event. And now I have this giant beanstalk looking tower. This is the item I was talking about that's gonna, make me run faster. So now I got red pants. So just equip it. It's just like it's just an equipable item. You can turn it on and off. But it doesn't take over like my weapon or anything. So I'm just pretty much moving faster for no loss. So I'm gonna use the mighty fish food here. And I'm going to grab the fish, and now I have full experience on all 3 elements. And I can get all the gems. And right here, I'm about to use the Jewel of Fire. You just bust through like that, and then Yarn's there, and then you open this, grab some cheese. Never enough cheese. Then we just leave. Turn off the Jewel of Fire because we don't need it anymore. And then we fly to Baka's village. So this is all just cleanup stuff. I got to talk to a bunch of NPCs, give NPCs a bunch of items. So items that I specifically had from like the start of the game. So, for example, I'm going to give this guy a healing mushroom because he's crying, so he ate a bad mushroom. Now he's no longer crying. And I'm going to give him also the baby pig I've had since the very beginning of the game. And he gives me a Coca-Claw as thanks for that. And that's another item I use to make the golden items later on. So yeah, pretty much at this point, I'm just turning in a bunch of random events. All the items are kind of stored up from the beginning to now. So got some small time for donations here.
Let me actually take the time here to talk about Save the Children a bit, because it's all about safety and security for children. So thanks to all of your support so far, we can keep children safe from harm like poverty, abuse, neglect, exploitation, and violence. Save the Children has created more safe spaces in the US and around the world for children in emergencies than any other humanitarian organization. When disaster strikes, these safe spaces can provide children with protected areas where they can participate in organized activities to play, socialize, and learn and express themselves as they rebuild their lives. Basically, letting children just be children for once. And for about $500, Save the Children organization can provide a child-friendly space kit in the US or somewhere else to ensure children in their shelter during an emergency can have a safe place to play and just be kids. So thanks everyone so much for all the support thus far, and let's bring it up to 9K. That's coming very close.
Alrighty, so I have gone back to Dwarf Village now, and this prisoner was just chilling in his bed, and he's like, I'm over it. And then you go back, you leave, come back, and he's like, oh crap, I'm actually trying to escape, damn it, he caught me again. So now he's running away. We're gonna hunt him down. He decided to not take a tunnel this time that I blocked, so he's just actually come out of the cage. I don't know how he got out. Like, it didn't seem like there was a hole anywhere for him to get out, but hey, he managed it. good on him, I suppose. I don't know exactly what this guy did to be put in prison, but I bet he just stole something. They usually just, in this game, every criminal's just stealing something. That's about it. So now I gotta race him to the top because there's a valuable treasure at the top and he wants it, and I'm like, no, I want it. So, oh, there we go. Cool. That jumps a bit weird without the Taboo Tomba because, like, as I said, like my jump is much higher at the moment due to not having that. So beat him. It was very easy. There's no like worries at all. So he gave me an item. I also got another item as well while I was doing that. So I had him absolutely beat. So I got the flower seeds. Now I'm going to plant the flower seeds in the garden bed here. And that's eventually going to give me one of the golden items. The golden flower. So now we've done that. Going to Baron to the not Stormy Mountain. So there's a couple of things I need to do here. I need to finish the pump rock event. I need to talk to Charles and give him his pants that I've had for ages. He's been waiting for me to give him back his pants that he lost. Push this. Get on this. Jump here. Push down these two. And talk to Charles. So you have to talk to him before you can give him his pants. He won't just take it, which is kind of annoying. Small conversation and the event pop-up takes time. Oh, whoops. There we go. That's something new, by the way. I worked that out while I was practicing for this marathon. Also, I screwed that up. I was meant to give him the fungo drum without talking to him. There we go. Go in here and get another item. I need to make gold candy. Oops. Alright. So there's a lot of setup. As I said, there's a lot of setup in this run. You just get like so many items early on and you hold on to them for a while before you can get to the point where like it all just kind of lines up together. I need another laughing effect, so we use the mysterious mushroom, which gives me the laughing effect. And there's Yarn in there, and off he goes off the edge there. Gives me some charity wings while he's at it. I'm going to use the ordinary mushroom to go back to normal, because I don't want the effect past that point. So this door you can't open while it's windy, so you open it now and you get the event cleared. So I've actually, I've worked out time save for this run that I've got to incorporate in my future runs. That large lunchbox you get from there, I can actually give to the person in Hidden Village that I give a normal lunchbox to at the beginning. I worked out that you can save a bit of time by doing it that way. I just didn't want to incorporate that into this run for the marathon, but future runs will definitely do that. We're flying to Charity Square. Bad menuing. I had to really think for a second. Alright, we're getting to like the end game stuff now. There's Yarn again. That's number 6. Leaf butterflies. So these are the finally we're using the leaf butterflies. You put them in this cage and the cage flies away once you have a total of 30. There was one already in there. So, but yeah, that person down there, the one that's walking up and down, I'm going to give the large lunchbox to them in my future runs because it'd be faster to do it that way. But yeah, for this one, I gave them the small lunchbox when I was in lava caves. So that's the whole hide and seek quest done. Last time I see you, Yarn. So 3 friends found. Got another one here as well, so that's 4. And now I have a fuel bar. The fuel bar I'll use to do the go-karting minigame very soon. Oh boy, my favorite. So, because this is all events, you actually have to do the go-karting minigame 3 times because each medal is a single event. So you have to get the gold, silver, and bronze, even if you get gold first. As a matter of fact, you want to get gold first regardless, because if you get silver, then the gold medal event starts, but you don't want that. There we go. So we're finally going back to the start of the game again, the first area. We're going to start doing some revisit stuff. So this is the cute witch, biting plant flower. And I'm going to start adding items to this pot to complete a recipe. 1, 2 little. There we go. There's a couple of quests you have to do for the cute witch. So she was looking for the crystal balls that I found. I found 3 of them earlier. So I've given that to her. And I've also made the candy. So now I've gold candy. Another one of the golden items you need for the end of the game. I'm going to leave this area and I'm going to re-enter again. And I need to give her the magic mirror that I collected a while ago as well. And with that, she's going to make me what's called a grapple jack. It's the initial item that you have, the blackjack fused with the grapple. Going to leave. I'm going to re-enter one more time. And then I'm going to give her cold medicine. Because it wasn't apparent there, but she has a cold. Or she got one while I left and re-entered, who knows. And that's that all done. Now comes the go-karting. Everybody loves the go-karting. So, I use the fuel bar. And we hop on the inflatable go-kart and I just grab it and bite it. Because that's how it operates, I guess. So, if you've ever played this game before, I know a lot of people that have like just kind of come into my chat while I've run the game have mentioned that getting gold is like pretty hard. Well, got some tips for you here. For the most part, it's actually really simple. For the first like 3/4 of it, you can just hold right and square. You don't have to press anything. Just kind of carry on. It's only the end part that can be slightly difficult, and it's only a problem if you jump incorrectly here. So, jump now. That's not gonna gold, I don't think. Oh no, it golded easily, never mind. So yeah, when you land in the water, just mash your jump button and you're most likely going to be fine. So it's not too hard to get gold there. Getting silver and bronze is, in my opinion, harder. Because you have to slow down a bit. Otherwise you'll get gold again, and it doesn't actually clear silver if you get gold again. You have to do the track again. So hopefully something like that doesn't happen, because that'd be pretty sad. So yeah, as I said, got to do this course 2 more times. For the second time, I'm going to take the back path. The back path has some more charity wings. as I said earlier, like using Charity Wings over Baron is better because it's faster to do the animation for it. So while I'm doing these 2 course run-throughs again, go for some donations.
Instead of donations, I'm gonna go and mention some prizes, because did you know, by supporting Save the Children, you can automatically enter to win some amazing prizes? Let me tell you about some of them. So we have a Bomberman Perlebeat sprite for a $10 minimum bid donation, and that is actually coming up next after Tomba. We got Saturn Bomberman coming up. Next up, we have an amazing This Is the Run custom ESA themed Nintendo Switch Pro controller for a $30 minimum bid that you have to check out. You can also find pictures and all info on prizes on prizes.esamarathon.com. Next to that, we also have 2 ViewSonic monitors up. We have a ViewSonic Elite monitor, a 2705 2KP for a $35 minimum bid, and a ViewSonic Elite XG270 for a $25 minimum bid. And our grand prize for ESA Summer 21 is the PlayStation 5 bundle with Ratchet & Clank, and I heard there's only like 7 out there in the world right now, so you do not want to miss that, for a $50 minimum bid donation. So let me clear that up. If you donate a $50 minimum bid at any point during ESA, you can put yourself up to automatically enter for all of these amazing prizes. So what are you waiting for? Let's go! Back to you.
No worries. Yeah, I've heard that about the PS5s. There's only like 7 out there or something like that. Some really small number. I've only ever seen like 1 in person, so 1's in Australia at least. But yeah, so yeah, definitely try and get that. Alright, so yeah, on my silver run through, I actually did miss a charity wing here, so I'm going to try and get it again. Hopefully, take it pretty slow, you know, just take it easy. Only got to get bronze here, it's not that hard. So just take it quite slow. Make sure that I don't go too fast and get silver, which I've done many times. It happens so much. But yeah, that was bronze, so easy peasy. We're out of here. And I got the extra charity wing that I missed in silver, so no problem. Okay, so we are on the final events of the run now. Just a few more things I need to do before fighting the final pig. Specifically this one, which is kind of an interesting quest, I like to think. I'm going to give this woman a baked yam. She's going to eat it, and she's going to ask me to pull her finger. And she's going to let a little pop-off go. You know, just going to have a little fart. No worries. Very charming. And we're out of there. Why is that a quest? I don't know, but there it is. So now we've got 6 friends. That is the last one, actually. The last friend. It's supposed to be 7. Baron ends up being the 7th friend who stands on the podium for you. So you're actually all good there. We're going to go to Trick Village in the 10,000-year-old man's room. That was the last golden item we needed as well. So now I'm going to take them to the 10,000-year-old man. Who's going to be like, I can't believe you found them all. And he gives me the psychic fish. I'm actually, you know what? Just for the sake of showing what it all looks like, psychic fish is just the Taboo Tomba power-up you get from the mushroom. So now I've got it back again. We're going to go all the way down here. So now this place isn't flooded anymore, as you can see. And I've just gotten the water jewel. So 2 more side quest events left to do. I've got to learn knowledge from the Tree of Knowledge. And then I've got to ride a raft. Because riding a raft is based. Alright, so we're going to jump on this and jump on the bird. The bird's going to have a conversation and tell me about a bunch of things about the tree. And then he's going to ask for me. And that's that event cleared. Very simple. And the last one, riding a raft. And now we're going to fly to the final boss entry area, or the final boss doorway. So as you'll see, there's 6 of my mates. All my mates I met over the course of the adventure, and Baron's just going to jump on the door, or jump on the button. And now the door is opening. I'm going to enter the final boss. So, the final boss. If you're expecting something entirely epic, I hate to break it to you, not gonna happen. Just gonna hug this wall for a bit. That's unfortunate. Oh, damn it, so close. Oh, well, it wasn't as easy as the other one so far, but... Okay, he's kind of trolling. Not good. Oh, that's really unfortunate. The timing on this is bad. No, this is really, really bad. Oh my god, stop! Okay, there, alright. That was supposed to be really easy. That was supposed to go on the back straight away. There was meant to be no problems there, and it was meant to be so simple and as easy as the rest. I guess I just wanted to make it real epic for you. Alright, so the final boss is done, and his, like, gold item world is crumbling, and the final cutscene is playing now. Now, time for this run does not get called yet. It gets called once the credits have ended and you see that I've cleared 130 events. So we've got a little bit of time here. You can see flying away on Baron out of the... I also anime cutscenes, they're pretty good. Gonna have a conversation with all the old men that I've met along the way. Or they're gonna talk to me and I'm just gonna listen. And now we've got the credits playing. So the question got asked, can you pat Baron? Baron gets a pat in this. So, and then he licks Tomba's face and it's a big happy moment. It's a nice little ending cutscene. I really like this. I like all the cutscenes in the game, honestly. They're very, very nice. But yeah, that was Tomba. So really hope everyone enjoyed that. All events I've been running for like the last 4 months or so actively. I'm currently going for... I've got a goal time in mind of getting a 123. My current best is a 124.18 that I got literally last week. So only 19 seconds to go to get the 123. So I'm pushing for that on stream quite a bit. So if you want to see more runs of this, by all means, check out my Twitch page. And yeah, we'll be doing definitely more of this game very soon. So now we're clearing our last event here. And 130. Easy. There you go. Time.
That is brilliant. I'm waiting to see the final time here. It was a 1:27:24. Congratulations, Raikou. That was a very good run.
That's all right for marathon. Honestly, for a marathon, if anything sub 130, it's decent. But yeah, it ain't no PB, that's for sure. But
you didn't get the best RNG as well.
Yeah, I did get screwed over quite a bit, especially 4 butterflies in Masakari Jungle cost me like 30 seconds or something like that. So, but yeah, I was just kind of enjoying running the commentary through for it. So that was my main focus. Wasn't really trying to be the best at it. But again, if you want to see it played at its best, then by all means check out the streams. I do this pretty much like 4 days a week. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that leapingly amazing run at Tomba. I've got a final donation here to read for you.
Yeah, no worries, go for it.
By Pilly, that is for $50, that says, "Gotta earn my own charity wings."
Yeah.
Love this Tomba run.
That's beautiful.
Thank you so much for that donation.
Awesome.
Alright, we will be right back, everyone, after a small break with Saturn Bomberman. So, don't go anywhere.
Thank you again for having me.